Okay, hello. For those who don't know, my name is Lim. I'm an editor, and recently I've gotten a lot of questions regarding how I record my clips and how my workflow is. So I'll be showing exactly what I do whenever I make an edit, and I'll show every single step without going too in depth. If anybody wants any further explanations, you guys can hit me up on Discord. I'll leave the link in the description. I'll include a lot in this tutorial. I'll have the timestamps in the description, hopefully. If I sound kind of tired, it's probably because it's late and I just got home from work. But yeah, in this tutorial, I'll include tips and tricks, tools needed, general recording, point of view clips, cinematics, and tweaking for cinematics. Then getting started, finding a song, opening AE, how to use it correctly, syncing, then color correction and compositing, basic effects and transitions, and then how, or at the end, how to use depth maps and green screens effectively. And yeah, obviously how I render and do that kind of stuff. I have no idea if my mic is too loud, if it's too quiet. I'll try to figure it out post-prod, but yeah. To get started, by the way, this is a BO2 tutorial. I might make CSGO ones or COD4 ones later. I have a COD4 one up. It's currently unlisted, but I'll leave a link to it in the description. The first you want to do is open up Steam and find your Call of Duty Black Ops 2. What I usually do is I have this issue where it crashes on boot or whenever it loads up. So all you need to do to fix that is delete everything in a players folder. I have a backup of the working files, so I just put them back in. Otherwise I need to redo all my settings and stuff. So I do that before I boot up. I press play. I always record in 1600 by 900, and like you don't need anything else really to get it high quality looking, because I'll show you guys a few ways to make it really nice and lossless quality. So what you do first is you boot up Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and then you need to have a console of sorts. I use Albertan console. I might leave a link to it in the description. Keep in mind this is a paid console. There's a bunch of free ones, but I won't be providing any links to those. This one is trusted, has a lot of features. I'll quickly go over the interface before we get started recording. You have the CFG where you can load CFGs and send CFGs. You can also save ones if you make your own. You have the streams. This is for green screens and depth maps. You can enable fog, SSAO, DOF. You can mess with the DOF here if you don't feel comfortable with commands. You can also change the sun position and the shadows and the sky rotation and the sky temperature. And last, you have the weapon section where you can change, for example, a MP7 to a DSR if you absolutely want that. This is kind of buggy. I wouldn't recommend it, but yeah. Once you're in BO2, you want to press online, and if you have a lot of friends on Steam, you should be able to go to Con TV directly, and then go to friends feed, and then just look through whatever demos your friends have. You need to find something that's good and not too difficult to edit. Like a 2K is really nice. Spray downs are a bit more difficult. I won't really be showing how to do those, but I'll quickly explain it while we're syncing the sniper clips. So I'm just gonna use this one. It's my finest, really good player. Hits a lot of nice stuff. This one is really old. It got used a lot back in 2015. Also, you can see the timestamp. A lot of people don't put the timestamp, like here, you know. Saved by Rebug, no. it only says 3K and it's 10 minutes, so it might get tedious, you know. So you want to find one of those where it says where it is and what it is. So I'm gonna use this one because I know this one is a nice. I know it's a nice demo, and you just need to wait for it to load. You can use Codcast Film if you want to get the plus 100s. I never do that because then you can't record cinematics straight away. You gotta go back here and then you gotta press start film. So yeah, I'll start the film and I'll go to my console real quick, find the CFG or the CFG tab, and we'll wait for it to boot up real quick. Okay, now we're in. We gotta wait for our player, Finest, to log in. Sometimes they're not in instantly. So they might join mid-game, you gotta wait for that. So yeah, I'm just gonna up the timescale to 10. I think this was in 1 minute, so it's not too long of a wait. His frag is right about here. Kills that guy. No scopes, quick scope, and quick scope. That's a good frag. I'll press the arrow back button to go back in time or forward. And I'll go back around here. Press space to pause it, and then press F4 to hide the menu, Shift F2 to hide the HUD. Open up your console, and you wanna load your CFG. I have a bunch of CFGs. I won't be giving these away for free. I might end up giving them to my Twitch subs. By the way, huge shout out to everybody who's subbed to me on Twitch. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I have a first person one and a few ones for Cines. Like I have broken CFG, which I never use anymore. I used to use it when I was new, but now I have a tweaked config that is mine. I didn't make it originally, like the full thing, but I tweaked some parts of it. I'll hit send CFG and you can see how it changes. It's a lot cleaner, some nice doff in the distance. Yeah, and I'll go down. Here's all the commands. I'll change this to 0.5 and I'll draw the 2D so we get the scopes. This is very important if you want to like keep the scopes. If you do depth and stuff, you should add the scopes in After Effects. I'll send it again and go up here. Actually 100 is a bit too much. I'll use 95. And now I'll open up my recording software. I use DxTory. Yeah, DxTory is a really good software because it's very customizable in comparison to, for example, Fraps. You can quickly see my settings here. I use numpad plus to record. In CSGO I use insert. This is because of certain keybinds and stuff. My codec is Lagarith lossless. You get lossless files, like the quality, but you also get lower file sizes, and you can record at a higher FPS because it doesn't take as much writing speed as you need with normal uncompressed AVIs. I kept mine at 30 to ensure no drops at all, and in the codec settings I have multi-threading on and YV12 color mode on. You can also limit the video FPS here. If you record at 30, you don't really need it because it's gonna limit it automatically. I set this to maximum amount. For you it might be 4, 8, 16, I don't know. Just put it to max. It helps keeping the recording stable, and yeah, it should help you out too. At least it does for me, I don't know. Now you can see the thing pop up in game. You can know that the software is inject properly. It's not gonna fuck up, and we can get started to record. I'll resend my CFG just to be certain so I don't fuck up, and I'll record this. I'll press the record button plus space to play it. This might take a while, so I'll just cut it out in the video. But yeah. Okay, cool. I've already recorded this, so I won't record it. You just sit there and wait until it's, you know, done. You go here, kill that guy, kill that guy, kill that guy, and then kill that guy. Now, if you want to record cinematics, it's a bit different. You go back to wherever you want to do it. You wait for, you open a menu again by pressing F4. You wait for where he gets the kill. Press space to stop it, or pause it. Press down arrow to slow it down or speed it up by pressing the up arrow. And then you wait until he kills him. Pauses. Press F3. Press the left mouse button, or I mean F3 again. You can see it says free roam mode now. You press the left mouse button and go into edit camera mode. And now you need a, you don't need it, but it's highly recommended to get a cinematic CFG. I'll insert a camera here to put a point in timeline, and then I'll play it to see how his animation is. Okay, so this animation isn't that interesting, and he killed someone in this area, so we can use this one instead. It's okay to cheat sometimes, so that's what I'll do. I'll go back, press F on this, and now you'll see I'm back in the place it started. This is a real nice death cine. It's not too it's not too in the way of everything, you know. Like, we have this big wall, he's very in the corner, there's no light on him. It's a very boring death cine. I'll go back, go here, remove all markers, go to this guy instead, start from below, you know. This is just, you know, you gotta feel it. I'll add one by pressing F, play it a bit. Okay, here, that's nice. I'll go about here. Aim, you want to get his face and his chest in frame. So, like, what I do is I usually press, or I usually look for animation points, you know, where it starts like he turned and then he's gonna turn again. Like, he stopped for a bit here. So I'll add one frame here, or one key marker. Place it at about there. Play it a bit more. Go over here. We can look down now. And then I'll go back in time. I'll go to this one. You press F on it. Put this to linear. 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. And then you go to the first one. Just go back in time. Press F on it. Oh, fuck. Press F on it. Press left mouse button to get into dolly camera. Now it will play with the cinematic. So yeah, I'll go back here, dolly cam, open my console again, load CFG. I just called mine 6 Cine so I know what it is. I'll launch it. You can see it adds DOF and stuff. I'll tweak the DOF a bit. I think it starts at like 200 here, and then ends at let's say 350. You can see it's a lot sharper now, and that's exactly what I want for this cine. I could do some near blur too if I really want to. I could do near end, like, let's say 45, and then start at 15, and you can see it gets blurred on floor 2. I'll lower the field of view. You never want to use the normal field of view for cinematics. It just looks weird, and you get more unique you get more unique flow in your edit if you change between the field of view. Never go below 5, and never go above 90. That's what I do, at least. And press send CFG. Oh fuck. Go down all the way. Timescale, you can do 0.05, 0.1, 0.025 like I do. This is gonna play it really slow. I'll go in game. The field of view won't update until you play it, so I'll record, and then I'll play it like this. I was really lucky on this one. His in frame, it looks smooth. It's not speeding up, it's not slowing down. It kind of slowed down a bit there, but that's fine. Yeah, he's a bit out of frame right now. We'll see how it goes. And that's not too bad. I like that one. Okay, and then I'll go into this one, remove all markers, because we're done with this. Press F3 to get back to our guy. I'll get a running cinematic somewhere. Let me see. Here. Because he runs into the hut and then kills people. Let's just go from here. That's nice. You can see how his legs are like slightly blurred out from my settings. That's exactly what I want. Go here. Add one keyframe there. Slow it down. Add one here. Play. We can do this too. We can get like a circular motion around the guy. Then we'll go up here. We'll get our final one. Press F to go into it. Just change everything to linear 0.1. There. Go all the way back. Edit camera mode. Here. Dolly cam again. F4. Go there. I'm gonna change the sun a bit. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Sometimes it does. That would suck. There. Now there's some sun on the guy. Keeping him well lit. Looking good. Gonna not 20. 20 is a bit too low. Let me try 50. 50 is nice. I'll press record. Play the cinematic. It takes a while for the animation data to play, so you gotta keep that in mind. Also, if you do it at 30 FPS, the game will play slower than it should. So you get really smooth cinematics with no player stuttering, if that makes any sense. My cinematics are acting up. I suspect it's because I'm recording with OBS and DxTory at the same time. Hopefully you guys will still understand the premise of the tutorial. But yeah. That's actually really cool how it goes out of frame. We could use that. I'll stop recording now. And we have the clip, we have the clip and we have the cinematics. This will be a really short edit. I'll do it in a few minutes tops. I already found a song. This is the song I'll be using. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let me play it real quick so you guys can hear it. Okay, so you can hear it has a lot of clean beats, a lot of potential. It has a good atmosphere, nice opportunities to make a good edit out of. If you don't know how to find a song, go to SoundCloud. You know, lo-fi artist, anything, you know, just find one of those. Let's just go down my timeline real quick. Let's say, for example, Win32, really good artist, has a lot of good songs. You can go to his likes, or you can go to his following, and then you can just look at people. Like, let's see, who looks interesting? This guy. Let's see. Tracks. Okay. Nothing here. That's a bummer. Hydro. You get the idea. Or you could do this, home. This only works if you like a few songs and follow a few artists, but you can go to discover and it gives you this to upload. All new songs, never used before, just upload it. You can see like here, it has like 100 plays. Let me listen to that real quick. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You could use that for an edit, for example. But yeah, what I'll do now is I'll download it. Because it had a download button, I'll quickly pull it into AE. You just grab it, and then you grab it, pull it into here, Oh my god. Yeah, A can be a bit funky sometimes. This is how I have my stuff set up. I have my preview window here. I have my effects there. I have my project, like my project tab here with all the clips and all the songs and stuff. This is where I control the effects. Here's where I edit, do stuff. Usually keep that like this. Now what you need to do, A can be a bit intrusive or overwhelming when you first open it. It's like, oh my god, what do I do? How do I do this? It's confusing, it's difficult to use, it's a steep learning curve. You grab the song, pull it down here, and you'll make a composition automatically with the length of the song. You can press L twice on the keyboard, and then you'll have the song. I think mine started at here. Okay, so to preview the song and nothing else, press the dot key on your numpad. I'll start it here. Cut it by pressing Ctrl-Shift-D. Press LL to open it twice again. And let me see. You can see how it's how the beat starts there. I'll add a marker. If you like this over the normal AE wavelengths or waveform, you press here on the comp, and you no, that's wrong. And you press this. Otherwise, it's gonna look like this. I prefer to have it like this. It's a lot cleaner. You can see the beats better. So yeah, just do that. It's like what it is in Sony. Then we have this. I'm just gonna add some sync points. I won't make this too well made. It's gonna be slightly rushed, but one there. Boom. Okay, you can see it starts not here, but there. Okay, so what we need to do now is find our clips. I have mine in this folder. You can choose whatever folder you want to use. Let me just find it real quick. I think it's, let me see. Oh fuck. My bad. I never do tutorials, so it might be a bit funky. Yeah, here's the point of view clip. You drag it in, okay? I have my comp in 1080p by the way, so when I drag this down here, it's not gonna fit the screen. You can press S and scale it manually, but I would just, like, if I put this to 50, for example, and then press Ctrl-Alt-F, it's gonna fit it to the screen automatically. It's a lot faster. And now what you need to do is press Ctrl-Alt-T to add the timer map. And then you gotta find the first sync point, or what you want to sync in the edit, you know? Because of here, I want him to pull out the gun, which it does. So I'll do that. Take the next point, drag this over to where his gun is out. Like here, cut it, Ctrl-Shift-D, U to show the keyframes, delete, and then I'll go to the next sync point. It's gonna be over here. Or it's gonna be, let me see, it's gonna be here, I think. Yeah, it's gonna be there to here. And like, it's editing, you know, like I know he's not gonna scope in now, but for the sake of the tutorial and the look of the edit, it's gonna look a lot better if it does. So I'll add one where he scopes in, and then here he's gonna shoot, so I'll just put the scope over to where it kind of stops, or you know, nothing interesting happens. I'll cut to where he shoots right before, like there, play it. And here we'll we'll go to where we want it next. I usually leave it hanging a bit. Like here, you can see how it's gonna do the cockback. And then we go to the next point where he puts it forward. Like that. Cut it. And then I'll delete it. Here, I'll just sync it again to right before he shoots. Like here. Cut it. It's very simple actually. Just do this. And then here. Play it. Hello. A. And then here. And it when it stops turning. Otherwise it's gonna kill the continuity or whatever it's called. I hold Alt to zoom in while using the scroll wheel like this. It's very useful. Now what you need to do is press. Obviously you need to save it. Control S. Tutorial. I'm just gonna do tutorial. And now like if you press B, then N, you can like choose the preview window. Press space to preview it or whatever you have it set to on the shortcut. You can see it's synced, but it's gonna look because you haven't done any remapping on it. It's just the points, you know, the points you want to sync. So what you need to do now, mark all of them, press F9, and now you choose the first keyframe, click this graph editor, and then you pull this one up, this one down. It's that simple. See? And now we're gonna do like this. I want this one to ramp a bit more. You can see when it's flat, it's like completely still almost. See? No movement. But if it's like going up, it's like normal speed. Like this would be normal speed. So what it does here is super fast and then slow and then fast again. So I want it to ramp a bit more, you know, like this maybe something like this. I can pull this one a bit up. Then here we'll do the scope. I'll just do a normal one here. The scopes aren't really that big of a deal. You can do more to it. You can add some pan crop, you can add some shake. This one, you can just click here to like move between the keyframes. It's a lot faster. Pull this one up, pull this one down. I'm gonna leave this one hanging a bit, so you can like see how it shoots. And then here he's gonna do the cock back, pulls it back, and then here he pulls it in. Then we need to put this to fit with the flow. He's gonna do the turning here, and then he's gonna do the shooting there. So just do a quick sync, you know. Actually, we can do this one like that, because it's gonna like stop at the top. Go out of that, save it, and now let's preview it. Okay, so I see that this is wrongly synced. I'll just pull the keyframe back, and we'll do a slight resync. So it's not flat. If it's flat, it goes completely still. If it goes down, it goes negative, reverse. So let's see this again. Yeah, that's nice. That's very nice. I like it. Now I'm gonna increase the time span a bit. I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna find one of the cinematics. I'll use this one. No, I'll use this one actually, because it's a running cinematic. It's nice for intro. I'll start it there. You don't always need to sync on both the beats, you know. You can just put it down here. Control Alt F to scale it. Control Alt T to bring up the timer map. Find where you want to start. I'll start it there. Actually, you can see how it like stutters a bit. I'll start it after the stutter. And here, actually, now that I think about it, the animation changes. So I'll just do it from there to there. And then I'll cut it, put that over there, select them, F9, ease, do this. Yeah, that looks nice. Now let's see the entire thing. BNN to choose the point, or you can just drag it like this. Now that's pretty good. Now, if you want to do transitions or effects between two clips, you want to use something that's called a adjustment layer. It affects everything below it, and it's a really good way to keep stuff organized. Instead of just applying everything to the clip and then, you know, keyframing it between the two clips, you can just keyframe it on one layer above the two clips. Press Control Alt, Control Alt Y, pull it down, just cut it, delete, cut it, delete. That's usually what I do. I'll add a marker for transitions, keep it about the same size or same length on both sides. I'm gonna do a simple transition between these two. So what I'll do is I'll use BCC cross melt. It also kind of fits the song, you know. It's a bit, you know, acid dream song. You can use any preset you want, customize it, more or less displacement. I like this one. If you don't have this here, just press Control Shift H, then you can, you know, customize the curvature, stuff like that. So yeah, you can see how it goes from this to this now. That's pretty good. It's a pretty nice transition, pretty smooth. I have some presets that allows me to do a lot of stuff faster. And the tutorial is getting kind of long, so I'll just use my impact one. This you need to apply to the clip, otherwise you'll get some funky effects. This is basically just keyframed exposure and blur. I'll show you guys how to keyframe stuff in a second. But yeah, to make a preset, just grab the effects, pull it into there, and then save. It's that simple. Now you can see how it like blurs. I don't want that on that. I want it on the shot itself. So I'll do that, pull it there. And you can see the keyframes down here. It's a bit confusing, the timer map is there, the exposure, and then the camera lens blur. Goes down, you know, it's nice, very good. Then here, and then shoots. So let's see this now. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I like that. That's really nice actually. And you can see how it like moves continuous, or you know, how it moves in one motion kind of. Like here he pulls the gun out and then he flicks it down, pulls it up, scopes in, the scope goes to the left, he shoots, it's still, sync point goes to the right, goes more to the right, shoots and goes to the right. You know, you gotta think about that to keep it. If it goes left right, it's not gonna look good. So yeah, I'll add a death scene here now, even though it's not what I recorded. I'll add this one right there. I recorded this one earlier for a different edit, but I'll just show you guys how to sync that. So you pull. The reason I didn't show recording this one is because I spent a lot of time on it. You gotta spend a lot of time on edits and cinematics. Otherwise, it's not gonna look that good. Find a first sync point. Let me just quickly save and then play the song. Okay, so I want it to end there. Actually, we can have it like... We can have 2 sync points, actually, now that I think about it. And then over here. Actually, 4. That's fine. Oh, shit. I did not mean to do that. I meant to cut it. Control-Shift-D. And always save. A crashes a lot. That's the life of an editor. Open up this. Just do some simple syncing, you know. You don't really need to think about it too much. Just keep it flowy. Keep it nice. Boom. And it goes there. And then it slows down. It's like a slight bump, but it's not too noticeable, you know. Let me just preview this. Now this cut is very sharp. I'll add a transition to keep things simple. I'll duplicate this. Control D, pull it up. As white is because when you duplicate and cross melts and stuff, it doesn't work. So I'll just duplicate the layer itself. I'll do BCC switch pad. I'll pull this to the left, pull that to the right, pull this to the left, and now you can see how it like swooshes in. Now this doesn't really look any good, so I'll try the right side. It's not, you know, you gotta tweak it. You gotta experiment. You gotta work your way around stuff. Not all transitions work the same. You could try the bottom. Yeah, I think bottom looks fine, actually. Let's see. Sometimes it takes a while to like play it properly, but... Okay, here. Now, if you want to add black flickers, this is also keyframing. It's the same with effects. You just click this thing, you know, to keyframe it, and then you press U to pull the keyframes up. I'll press T to pull up opacity, or you can just click here and you have everything. I'll press T, and then I'll listen to the song. It's very flickery. I'll keyframe it down, you know, so now it goes black. Then I'll copy paste this like that. I can actually just copy paste everything now. Delete that. Now it's like even though that's a really looked down upon effect, and it's not synced properly in this edit. Yeah. Now what you need to do to make effects, RSMB, sound, S-effects, stuff like that, Control A, select everything, right click it, pre-compose it. Press this, boom, and now where the fuck did everything go? You click there, boom, it's back. You can edit it, you can go back here. If I change something here, boom, it's gonna be changed there too, you know? So I'll just pull that back. To show it better, I'll just add some fucking glitchify to it. You know, just haha, meme flume, haha. See, toggle it off there. It's gonna show like it's like a group, you know. It's a composition. So yeah, you go here, new adjustable layer, duplicate that a bunch of times, maybe not that many times. Motion tile. You do this to get black bars. Always do it on the top. I do like 85. It's a nice number. Do RSMB on it. Always on top. GPU on. Put this to 100. Put this to like 0.20. You don't want too much RSMB, or otherwise it's gonna look bad. Yeah, and then I'll. Oh my god. I'll preview it with just RSMB and this, you know, black bars, and you can see it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. It's not a bad edit, it's not good, but you know, it's decent for what, 39 minutes. That's the recording length of this tutorial, by the way. 39 minutes so far. We've done a lot in 39 minutes. I never do tutorials, so I hope you bear with me through this. And yeah. Okay, so we get all this. That's looking hella fine. I'll go to a nice place. This really good. Some lights, some darks. You have the gun in the frame. You have the sky, everything. You go down here actually, and then I do unsharpen. BCC unsharp mask. Boom. Put this to full so you guys can see it better. Okay. With, without. It helps a lot. Cleans it up. I'm gonna put it back to half quality. And I'll do magic bullet looks now, show you guys how to do a CC. When doing a CC, always put it below RSMB and the black bars, but put it above the sharpen. So now you need to put this to full to get the full colors and the full high quality image to do the color correcting on. What you want to do now is you want to find a preset. I'm not gonna lie, you want to find a preset. This one looks nice, it's pretty funky, you know. Get the fuck out of here, vignette, you know, bump up the saturation a bit, remove the grain, put this back to fucking 0, you know. Here you can bump up the highlights, you can bump up the shadows a bit, bump down the midtones, bump this up, pull this down a bit, make it warmer, and then you make it colder here, you know, do some color contrasting. You can add a shoulder if you want to eliminate the super brights, but I like the super brights. HLS colors to you know, control stuff better. If you want the reds to be super saturated, go ahead. I like to desaturate my oranges a bit, and then I wanna like boost this up a bit so you can see the gun. The sky, I want to bump this up a bit, bump the blues a bit, take the purples away, take the pinks away a bit, and I'll just hit save, you know, and then boom, it looks hella dope, hella fire. Now what we need to do now is we want to, obviously you want to check over it, that's fine. Now you want to find your editing sound. I have a whoosh here that I use, and I have a Ballista by Wolfie, fucking amazing SFX. And then I'll put the whoosh in, you know, hide the layers so I can see it better. LL to open the sound. Actually press that. Put the audio levels down a bit so it's not too loud. Here, right before the shot. So like there. I'll put it in the middle. I'll take the Wolfie thing. Go here, find where it shoots. I know for a fact it's there. You can also see it on the waveform. Add a marker on the layer so you can like easily copy paste it. Right click, time, stretch, 180, 170, 190, you know, whatever. Try to sync it up as good as possible. Add some bass and treble, you know, max bass, remove treble, make it a bit quieter. -10 is always nice. If it's a very aggressive song, you might want to keep it at normal values. Now let's listen to this. Then here he does the cockback. Just duplicate it. Keyframe the audio if you want to. Put this to like -25. Copy the keyframes. Put this one to like -3, you know. So you get some impact on the cockback. Here he shoots. You can just duplicate this. And then I'll preview it. Okay, it's looking pretty good, but it's a bit basic, so I'll add some pan crop. This shot is more or less fine. I'll probably add some shake to it. I won't be using I won't be making a shake tutorial right now. If you want to rip my settings, you can. I'll do tilt shake, and then I'll put it on there. Shake always fucks everything up, so make sure to save a lot. Go to tilt shake. See, it crashed my. Just let it hang for a minute. Okay, tilt. Pull this down. Pull the wave amplitude up to like 2. Frequency half. Just do this. Keyframe the dissolve percentage from 17 to whatever. You can see how it like shakes a bit. That's very nice. I like that. Very nice. Open this again. Dissolve percentage. I want it to last a bit longer, but I want it to go down faster, you know. So it does this. Very smooth, very smooth. So yeah, put this back on. Always take shake above everything else, otherwise you will get ugly black lines. Let me see if I can see them. Okay, I was lucky this time, but just put that above everything else and you'll always be good. Now on the shot itself, the no scope, it's gonna be pretty boring, so I'll keyframe the scale. Go here and do like 145, F9, and I'll just do whatever I do with the you know, time remap. It's getting late, I'm sorry. I'll go here, I'll click the dissolve shake, I'll copy that. You can see the shake, it's very nice. You might want to add some warp to it, you know, delete that warp to get some extra impact. Put this to not wave, fisheye, -100, and then go here, 0, 0, press U to show it, press F9, keyframe it, and then, you know, just do this, boom, delineate, there you go, your deli. Now you can just preview everything, and we'll see how it looks. It's gonna look a lot better. And let me just put that over there. Yeah, that's good. That's really good actually. So what I'll do now is just press S without anything selected to clean stuff up. You can do that here too, you know, remove all the keyframes. Press U to show them again. S opens scale, but if you press it twice, it opens it and then closes it on everything, so it keeps stuff clean. I'll show everything again. Do that, and I'll do a quick preview for you guys, and we'll see how it goes. Like you can see, even though it's a hard cut, it looks really good, or decently good, you know. You can do more effects. You can do some temporal blur, some tint, stuff like that to really put a better atmosphere to the edit if you want to. This black flicker, don't do it. It's just acceptable to show keyframe. Okay, so that's good. Actually here, I'll show you guys how to mask the scope out. You select the layer, press M, select this, round eclipse tool just in the middle, Control Shift, it's gonna be perfectly square. If you're gonna do it with a person, you can press the mask path and just keyframe it, and then you can use this instead, and you can have a very specific mask, you know. I'm gonna be deleting those, and then I'll show you guys my render settings real quick. So yeah, okay, you choose the place you want it to start and where you want it to end. Press Control M. This is very weird. You can't go here, and you can't do that. Press Output Module, Lossless. Format options, Video Codec, Lag Width Lossless, very important. Resize 2K is this, but if you want the 1080p but with the 2K bitrate to like, you know, trick some people, get some sick ass bitrate, because you get the 2K bitrate with the 1080p video, so you'll get high quality 1080s. You can do 2048 if you want to do that. 2048 times 1152. I'll just do that for the matter of, you know, render speeds. I'll hit OK, render it out quickly. You can see it goes pretty quickly because I have the RSMB and I have the RSMB with GPU acceleration on. So yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna render this out, and or you know, I'm not gonna render it out, but that's basically how I do it. To use DEPTHMAPS, you can visit Harry's tutorial. I might do a tutorial on it another time, but right now it's getting too late, and yeah, I'll show you guys how to use GreenScreens though. You gotta figure out how to record it yourself. It's not that difficult. This console, you can just go to streams, hit green players, and then boom, you have exactly what I have. Or you can just use alpha mode, you know, which I use. You do this, go back to editing. You have your layers, pull them in. I'm gonna do this in a separate composition, so I'll pull them there, you know. You can see this, you have one black one and you have one normal one. These two actually lined up pretty good. I'll lower this a bit, zoom in, and I'll move it so it's like the same. Now I'll go to where it starts, and that is like, let's say there, cut it, delete these two, then I'll end it like there, cut it, delete those two, move it to the middle, or the beginning, pre-compose it. Then I'll take this one up again to opacity, hide that, and boom, you press this, track matte, luma matte, boom. You have a depth map, or, you know, luma matte. And now if you do levels on this, you can actually control how much of the mask will show. Because of the way depth maps work is that the white is the closest one and the black is the furthest away. So now it shows to choose all the whites. If I do this, it's gonna eliminate the, using level, it's gonna eliminate everything that's not completely white, you know. So that's how we do that. Now you can see that if I had a solid, let's say off-white blue underneath it, you can see it's perfectly green screened, and that's how we do it in BO2 at least. It's not difficult. Now you can go into this comp and you can sync it however you want. You could do it like that, and then you could just boom, cut that, and then, you know, do this and all. And yeah, that's about it. That concludes this tutorial. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this wasn't too boring. It's a very in-depth tutorial, or it's a very complex tutorial. I'll try to make it as fast as possible, but it's my first time making a tutorial and I can't be asked to edit it, so it's gonna be a 52-minute upload. Hopefully you guys understand, and again, thank you all for watching my streams and for subscribing on Twitch. I really hope or wish that some of you guys who find this tutorial might check out my stream, twitch.tv/lim. Also follow me on Twitter to know when I'm live, @limadits. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, and stay strong, stay glitchy, do whatever the fuck you want. You know, experiment, make sick edits. Be hella lit, dude. Do you. Don't let anyone tell you what you can and what you can't do. You know? Yeah. Love you all.